Hello friends, this is Omer Iqbal, and today I'm going to tell you how to disassemble your Taurus and clean your Taurus, often referred to as poor man's Beretta. Let us check for the live rounds first. There isn't any in the magazine. We put the magazine on this side, and now we will check for any rounds in the barrel. Luckily, there isn't any in the barrel. Remember friends, it is always an empty gun that kills a man. Now let us disassemble the gun. On the right side you can see a button over here. It can be easily pressed, but first we will push the striker down by using the safety. Now press the button on the right, this one, and push this lever down, and the slide will move, and you can push it out. This will separate the bottom from the upper mechanism. Push the spring inside and it will easily come out. The barrel also comes out easily. In order to clean the gun, I have very simple tools with me. This is a bore snake. This I use to finish off the cleaning. WD-40, a cleansing oil, and a gun oil to lubricate. Before you start with the upper portion, you can start with cleaning the lower portion. These are the areas, actually, this one and this area, that collects residue of the gases, because most of the oil that we use to lubricate settles over here in this area and the magazine area. So in order to clean them, this is actually already a clean gun, but for demonstration purpose I will tell you in which areas to focus. Spray some of the cleansing oil over here and over here. Don't use much. So since this is a fairly clean gun, so we won't be needing much of it. Some of the residues also come over here. You have to shake it well before use so that maximum cleansing lubricant could come out. The tissue paper I'll use to absorb any excess cleansing oil that while cleaning is on the gun. So once I have sprayed it with the WD-40 in the areas where it collects the residue, I will put it on the tissue paper so that the excess oil can be absorbed. Second most important thing is that this is the firing pin mechanism. This is where the firing pin is, and most likely a residue builds up over here in this area, and it will block your firing pin and result in misfires. So shake it well before spraying on into the firing pin mechanism. Spray it like this. This is actually a clean gun and does not require much of the spraying. So as you can see, I have fired a round before cleaning, so there is a little bit of residue that I think you can see in the camera But if you can't, then it is a very thin layer and it does not require much of an effort. So we will just let it sit on the tissue paper so that any excess oil can be absorbed. Now comes the barrel. We can always spray some of WD-40 in the barrel. Since it is already a clean gun, as you can see, we won't be needing much of it. There you go, we are done. Now we will wipe off any excess cleansing oil on the outside of the barrel. If any excess will be absorbed by this cloth, it's time for the barrel. It's a slide. We will wipe off any excess oil, cleansing oil. Similarly, we will wipe off excess oil from rest of the gun. There you go, and we're done. A bow snake is used when we need to clean a barrel. We will simply insert one side of the bow snake and pull it through. This will wipe off any excess that is present in the barrel, and you can see how shiny it is. So our gun is completely clean. We will finish off with a very thin layer of gun oil just to lubricate the gun. Don't put too much on it. Too much oil will result in forming of a sludge, or sort of a paste that will hamper your firing mechanism and will result in misfires. The idea is to lubricate, not to soak the gun in the oil. We have wiped off all the excess oil. Now we will assemble our gun again. Put the barrel back. Spring was already cleaned, therefore I did not clean it again. If I clean it again, it is going to become slippery. It can be easily pushed into the place. Once this is secure, slide it back into the position. Once it is in the position, let the lock set in its place, and here we are good to go. Wipe off any excess oil. All the excess oil is almost wiped, and check the gun if it is working properly. There you go. We're back in the game. I hope you have liked this video, and in case